Reef Guardians. Dreadsail Reef. Big shell. Swen Coast Cottage. What's here that's so fancy? Not through there. Oh, Worm Cult folk, huh? Okay, this might be story related then. What else do we have? Oh, Tainted Leal. Gotta go there. Well, you know what? Let's go... I'll turn this in. And then head to Tainted Leal. And then do that quest. And then continue onward from there. Let me run through nature. Maybe I'll find some plants to harvest. No, I guess people must be really... There must be a lot of plant nodes and people have just been harvesting like crazy. Gosh, what's going to happen when they get add-ons on the consoles? People are going to find things so much easier. Because there's those add-ons that just like add node maps to your map. Oh, well, okay, never mind. Maybe this is where all the plants were, up here. I was in the south end of things with nothing there, and the north end is where everything was. Okay, I got another one of your stuff.
Whatever friendly instinct drove you this way, know that I am not open to a parley. I'm too far into my purse and my cups for that. If only this rotten luck would turn.
What about volcanic pearls?
And there's my luck righted. You have no idea how hard it was to secure volcanic pearls directly from Ash Mountain. Thank you. I apologize for my terse attitude before. I hope this is enough to show you my appreciation.
It's a start.
You found the mushrooms and pearls. Now all that's missing from my client's list is that odious slowed slime. Maybe I should come to some sort of agreement with the client and salvage this contract. Do my family's spirits proud.
Tell me more about the contract?
A mysterious client contacted me just as I was about to tell the crew to find other work.
Okay, I think we had this, right?
Didn't take you too long to figure
Yeah.
out.
Okay, so we had all this. We had all this dialogue, I think. Did we? No, I'm not sure. We'll do on the third turn in, I assume, or whatever the last one is. I'll double check. Yismar.
At last, someone arrives.
Oh wait, you're for the
On
town. I
behalf
don't want
of
you
the
yet.
Lord Cultural Exchange, I request assistance.
I will assist you later. I want to check out this delve. Beware the wandering spirit. The spirit of an ancient Argonian wanders the sands of the western beach, muttering how he seeks a cursed village beyond the shoreline to find his memories. Beware, it must be a trick, some deception to steal your soul or corrupt your own spirit. Avoid the western beach and ignore the pleas of the wandering spirit. Listen to his words at your own risk. That's dumb. Okay. I'm slowly working my way through all the quests. Tainted Leal.
You do not fear me. Do you know me? No, impossible. So much time has passed. If only I had my memories. At least it would bring my spirit some sense of peace.
You don't remember anything?
Nothing. Not even my name. I only remember awakening to a wrenching pain. And it grows stronger near a specific corpse in that Tainted Leal village out in the water. It must hold some clue to my past. But I cannot stand the pain, or avoid the others.
Others?
An undead tribe of Argonians roams the islet. Tainted, controlled by a lich who seeks to claim my spirit. The corpse must hold the answers. Would you help me investigate and recover my memories? Any valuables we find along the way are yours.
Okay.
I will meet you in the Tainted Leo village. I would like to spend a little more time with the tides before I return to the pain. The boat nearby will take you to the islet. Its angler never returned after he saw me, screamed in fear and fled.
Tell me more about the Lich.
I have only seen glimpses of it while fleeing to evade its grasp. For as long as I can remember, it has been seeking to claim me.
Why do you think that?
Another mystery that haunts me. I think it deliberately orders the undead to keep me from the village, and I am certain it revels in my pain. Could it know something about my lost memories?
Possibly.
It feels good to have someone to talk to, someone not afraid. The tides can only bring so much comfort. Even if we end up learning nothing, I will cherish the help you provided, friend.
What's the first thing you remember?
I remember waking up in fear and pain. Then I noticed I was a spirit, dead, and I had no memories of anything that came before. I have been trying to remember something, anything, ever since.
You woke up in the village?
Just outside the entrance, but I was instantly drawn toward the village. And then I saw what was inside. I ran, but this is as far as I can go before I am pulled back to that accursed place.
You mentioned a specific corpse.
Yes, it draws me toward it. But the closer I get, the more pain I feel. A piercing anguish that burns my soul. Something in that village must hold the key to my captivity and all I have forgotten. Whatever the truth, I must know what happened to me.
What about Tainted Leo itself?
My experiences with the village are limited. Most of what I know comes from whispers spoken by the occasional passerby, until they notice me and run in fear. They say a colony of shell-tied Argonians resided on the islet, apart from Solstice.
You know why they chose to live separately?
One scholar I listened to said they dabbled in necromancy, that an accident turned them all undead. Perhaps that is true, but I feel there is more to it than that. But not even the tides hold any answers for me, no matter how long I stare at them.
You were a member of this colony?
Yes, maybe. I feel a connection to the place, no matter how it pains me. And if the tides will not reveal reflections of my past life, then we must go to the source. With your assistance, I will endure the suffering and learn what I can.
I'm on it. I have been in this delve already before, but not with this character, I think. Wait, what have I done with this character? Oh, the other two dailies.
Pain. I feel it. That dagger in its chest. Pull it out. That dagger belongs to me. I remember. I am Aketchun. I remember now. I cast a ward upon that dagger to protect my body from this undead curse. I am unsure as to why it also fractured my memory, but at least now I remember who I am.
And who are you exactly?
I was the village Niswo, a priest of Sithis, the embodiment of chaos and change. That is all I can recall for...
What's wrong now?
I feel it again. The same force that drew me to my corpse. It must be parts of my memory, scattered by the spell. No wonder I was always drawn back to this location. One lies nearby. Another two are in the village. We must find them.
You think pieces of your memory were scattered by the spell?
The spell was a ward. It was not meant to behave this way. Something must have interfered with it and fractured my memory. My missing memories might hold the answer. Let us speak again once we find them.
Oh, you got it, boss. This is also one of the biggest delves. It might be the biggest delve I've ever seen. It's like almost group dungeon sized. It's colossal. I know from the daily, you go over here and you do a thing with candleflies here, and then you go around the back of the pyramid and there's a thing there. And
The bowl. on
Leal
that
Warrior,
shrine.
Leal Skullguard.
Recognize it. I recall a mistake I made. It destroyed my tribe, the Zaman Talal. My spirit still feels drawn to other parts of the village. We need to keep looking.
Okay. The north. I haven't actually been on this pyramid yet. This Zanmir. That's what a Zanmir is, right? It's... I'm just gonna... No, I don't want to...
I sense
It feels like there's some sounds missing or something. I don't know how to describe it. How do I get up there? From here. Oh, and I gotta get the Sky Shard that's in here too.
those chimes once soothed my entire tribe. Examine them, please.
Okay, examined.
I brought a high elf mage here to save our village from some danger.
Oh,
This is painful, but I am finally beginning to understand. We are close.
is it gonna be
Something
where the boss is?
unpleasant haunts these halls. Tread carefully. I sense a sinister force lurking deeper inside.
Well, at least now I know why there's a random lich in this place instead of something Argonian related. Nardarin Deathhand.
Will be mine. I am eternal. Forever.
A temple of Sithis. Defiled. That headdress. Examine it, please. I was wearing that right before I cast my ward when I killed someone. That is it. I remember. No. Meet me by my corpse, friend, and you will know everything. You must.
I will, but I gotta get the Sky Shard first. At least it's a big delve, but at least it wraps around nicely. Oh my god, just get the bug and then jump down.
I remember everything. My life here, what happened to me, to the tribe. Let me explain. It feels like pieces of my memory are stitching back together. So many emotions and memories. The Corellanians are responsible for what happened here. The Corellanians and me.
What happened?
A storm was bearing down on our islet. A deadly storm. I sought the aid of powerful mages, high elves from the Corellanian clan on Solstice. They were more well-versed in the arcane arts than we were, more capable of casting the protection we needed.
And then what happened?
I was foolish to think the passage of tides had changed them. They were still the necromancers of old. The necromancers who took much of our land as their own. They demanded my soul in exchange for their help. I agreed, but then fear overtook me.
What'd you do?
I killed a Coralania mage and fled. My ward was supposed to protect my body, keep it from rising in undeath. But it reacted to their spell and tied my spirit to this islet. My people, they succumbed and now serve the Lich. I need your help.
What are you asking me, Aketchun?
I invited the Coralanians here because I feared the storm more than them. It is my fault that my people died and now serve the Lich. I need you to tell me what to do. Remain bound here to help my people, or move on to the Void to face my punishment.
You want me to make the decision?
My past decisions caused this. I no longer trust my instincts, so I ask you to choose for me. Should I remain a lingering spirit to try to free my village from this curse? Or will you burn my corpse and release me to the Void to face Sithis' wrath?
So, mercy or vengeful, I guess, are these icons? Your people need you.
Yes. I must remain to find a way to lift this curse. It is my duty as my people's Niswo. I will gladly spend an eternity here if I can save my village. We can use the items we found to bind my spirit and anchor it here.
It's just that
Place
easy?
the items by my corpse, and I will bind my spirit to them.
So a bowl and a hat?
With that-
Oh, and the chimes.
My spirit is forever bound to this place. Let us speak one final time, friend. And so I am bound here, but now with my memories intact. I will not waste this chance. Fear no longer has a hold on me. I will find a way to free my people and lift this tainted curse. Thank you for showing me this path, friend.
Well, let's go for your people.
No, my friend. That task is
Oh.
mine, and mine alone. And it will take much time. Necromantic curses are complicated spells, not easily thwarted. But I could not have reached this point without you.
Stop twitching like that.
And one day, my village will be free. Thanks to you.
Okay.
How strange. To finally have my memories restored, and my purpose renewed. Now the true work of saving my people begins. And I will not fail them again.
I got a sneeze loaded in the chamber.
This, I swear.
Do you know how you plan to remove the curse?
Not yet. I must learn more about what is happening here. Whether this curse was the Necromancer's original plan, or the result of my actions when I killed one of them and set my ward. This may be the work of decades, centuries, but I have time.
What about the Lich?
Now that my memories are restored, I recognize the Lich as the Coralanian mage I killed right before the storm struck. I was a fool to abandon my faith and turn to those villains. I suppose death is not an obstacle to those who practice necromancy.
What was the village like before?
It was beautiful, Zaman Talah. Simple. Peaceful. I was their priest, and the people were happy. That is why I tried so hard to save them from that storm. If only I had trusted my faith and not turned to those necromancers.
Okay. That was pretty interesting. It feels like that could have been a longer quest and more fleshed out, but they wanted to keep it kind of tamed for the sake of being in a delve. Just ride the coast north. What's going on here? Oh, those are Lamias. Just ride the coast north. I think there's more quests. Then the other delve. Oh, that's where it is. Oh. More worm cults out here. Whoops. Harvest the plants. I guess there's just more plant nodes up in the northwestern part of the map. Or maybe there's just a lot of people questing in the southeastern. Could be a little bit A, a little bit of B. What is this place? Okay, it's a building. And another building. Wait. Oh no, that's for the... Not yet. Sky Shard? Oh. So there is a delve apparently straight north of here. Wait, have I been getting all the Sky Shards? I got the one just now, right? Sky Shard, 7 of 9. I'm missing hidden high in a haunted haven of Hadalids, resting on the shore beneath a once radiant temple. Oh, I'm guessing one in the delve, one in that area to the north. Oh, the guy's in the bubble again. I can't keep saving you, guy. You'll be fine. Yeah, why is this delve not included in the dailies? Carapace Cavern.
Please take me. Why did he have to choose such a desolate place?
Oh, you're a Maormer.
Stranger, can you assist me? This cavern contains the skull of one of my ancestors, which serves as a focus for a powerful necrotic spell. With the worm cult nearby, I can't leave the skull here, but I can't simply remove it either.
Why can't you just take it?
My ancestor Gandalek performed a ritual ages ago that bound spirits to Carapace Cavern. His skull is the focus. If I merely remove it, the spirits will be freed to wreak havoc across the island. I must make this right, but I can't do it alone.
What do you propose?
I hire you to take this orb to altars inside the cavern. I'll perform a ritual from here to attune it to the area's necrotic energy. Then, you exchange the orb for my ancestor's skull. Let's get started, before the worm cult realizes what's in here.
Okay.
Take the orb into the cavern, visit each altar, and hold out
Gandalek.
the orb. Then I can attune the altar's concentrated necrotic energy into it. I'll meet you at each altar in astral form, and perform the attunement rite.
You're not coming inside?
No, I need to stay here, and focus on the ritual. All those spirits and Hadalids make for a distracting environment. I'm sure you can handle them without my help, though.
Hadalids.
Oh, yes. Plenty of Hadalids. So many Hadalids. Intelligent shell folk who defend their nests to the death. Between them and the spirits Gandalek bound to the cavern, I couldn't perform the ritual and retrieve his skull. Too many interruptions.
Why? Okay. Explain more.
I'm not sure he bound them on purpose, but yes, he was a necromancer, much to my clan's chagrin. Yet some cheered him on, since power is power, no matter the source. Others found his magic gruesome and distasteful, like me.
So what's the deal? That's a weird line to read from my character. What's the deal with the skull?
Gandalek used his own body as the focus of a necromantic ritual that went awry. Even though it killed him, the ritual was never completed. It continues to collect necrotic energy and binds the spirits of his old crew. His skull remains as the focus.
And you want to replace the skull?
Exactly. With your help, I'll finish the ritual and use the orb to absorb and dissipate the collected necrotic energy. Eventually, the bound spirits will be freed, provided the dampening orb works as I intend it to.
And what does it do exactly?
When attuned to an area's necrotic energy, it absorbs
I
and
love the
dampens
Maormer
that
ears.
energy. Think of how you can smother a fire with a blanket to extinguish it. That's what this orb does, but not fully.
Not fully.
Well, we're basically completing the ritual my ancestor started, so that we can remove the skull without releasing the spirits bound in this cavern. A trickle of the necrotic energy needs to remain in place after we swap out the skull.
So these spirits will remain trapped forever.
Not forever, but if the binding energy is removed too quickly, the spirits could escape to cause trouble across the island. The dampening properties of the orb will slowly dissipate the energy, allowing the spirits to eventually move on as intended.
You mentioned the worm cult?
Them. They're Tamrielic necromancers who arrived on the island recently. Solstice does have a certain reputation. Cursed, haunted, the Forgotten Land. If the skull contains as much power as I suspect, I'd rather keep it away from the worms.
Is that why they're here?
Specifically, I don't think so. But this island has a connection to Molag Bal and the undead. Even the high elves who settled here were once into all kinds of necromantic nonsense. So, rumors of cursed relics of untold power abound.
See, that's interesting. That's what I was talking about with the side quest kind of giving you more lore. What connection does this island have specifically to Molag Bal? You can be a necromancer and not be Molag Bal's servant, but...
Oh, that's a tale. The short version is my clan has always tried to forget Gandalek. Ignore the dishonor and infamy that stained my family. Finally, one of our elders put her foot down and told me to find the skull and put it to rest. So here I am.
You got it. In I go. Ooh, bismuthi. A dark power lingers in the depths of Carapace Caverns. Something ancient, something undead. Docent Nenril. Where is the map for this place? Oh, it's nice and linear. Kind of. Guess we'll start north and work our way around? Oh, I love the bismuth. Well, I might as well fight these guys. Hello? Yeah, here. For the experience. Actually, speaking of that, how is 43, 44? Okay, it's gone up a little bit. I would love if I can finish out just those 2 lines today and move on to another skill set. Maybe I should get one of my buddies to help out. How about Tenlorn? I haven't let them play in a while. Make things go by faster.
Let me at him.
In fact, they might be doing more damage than me at this point. Flame breath skulls. Oh, just floating skull heads? I guess something big spawns, yep.
You shall not escape our eternal wrath.
Ooh, I got a sword. I guess I should be doing with a companion.
Present the orb while I perform my ritual. Mother of Seas, that took more out of me than I expected. But we're done with this one.
This way, I guess? Yeah, I should be using a companion because, I mean, it's easier to deal with things at this level. Well, I have no good skills slotted. Nope. The torch bugs. Do I want to go... I don't have to go that way. Do I want to go this way? I like these, like, green, like, sea ghosts. It's not a usual color for ghosts, like this greenish yellow. Oh, book. Captain Niliels. guess this way? I still need to do the trial. Do some of the other trials to get some of those leads. There's a lot of stuff I need to do in this. Besides just ranking up my skill lines. Oh, I can morph now. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I have enough. That'd be 2, 4, 6. I mean, that'd be 12. I would need 24 points to morph everything. Ooh.
That's it. Another altar. And with your help,
I probably can
I'll
free
have
up a
more
lot of
time
skill
to
points, though.
examine it, since I'm not fighting off spirits or Hadalins.
None can evade our undying vengeance.
But I also don't need to morph as things stand.
Just step
No, not
closer
you.
to-
The altar.
Ooh, Storm's fury, that hurt. Something in these altars resonates through the arcane matrix when I attune the orb.
Is your ancestor going to end up trying to possess you? That would be unfortunate. Okay, Pangrits. So it doesn't seem like, why did they not include this place in the dailies? Instead you go to like a weird random empty ruin. Why? Why wouldn't they include this? With so few delves, why not include all of them? I thought maybe, oh, it like had a significant story reason or something. No, it's just an isolated delve.
Last altar. Time to get to work.
Who dares trespass in our...
Talk less.
The orb is fully attuned. Now head to the main chamber near the entrance to retrieve my ancestor's skull.
It says the skill shard's
Finish
actually
this.
right over there. Oh, now it's on my map. Hey, 45. Yeah, I just want to get the skill lines to 50 in case I do decide. Because isn't it if I get them to 50 on one character using the subclassing stuff, that it'll be 50 on any character? So if I do want to like mix and match later, isn't that how it works, or did I misread it? Like you have to get to 50 on a character to unlock a skill tree, and then when you're subclassing with it, you have to get it to 50 again. But that's permanent across your account. Where am I? Did I get stuck? Okay, let's try that again, but less dumb. Oh, maybe I was trying to go the wrong way.
Cute. You think you'll win?
What armor? Oh, I guess Drowned Mariner is what they're using. Oh, my eye. Ow. Always when I'm recording. Ah, I guess this is the intended way to get over here. Shadowstorm. Shadowstorm. Is there a significance or just the name of the crew? Okay, then there was one. Gandelic. Oh, don't start getting the hiccups now. Guess I'm getting hungry. Okay, I guess... Oh, wait, where's the boss? Oh, near the objective. Which way do I want to go? I'll go this way. Okay, we'll just keep going. I think that's the boss. Let's go do this first, and then I'll deal with that, just in case I have to go down there. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just that easy.
Gandalec's ritual has finally been completed, and the flow of necrotic energy has changed. Well done. I'll add some final adjustments to the orb while you make your way outside.
Wait, did you always have a stat? Was I deceived? So I guess deal with these guys and then fight Big Crab Man? Head Cracker. That dude had MC Hammer pants. I still understand why they decided to create a whole new like race of crabby people when they could have just done stuff with the dregs. Also, they do the thing now with the subclassing is they can add individual classes
I'll take that if you don't want
or
it.
individual class lines. Oh, I needed those too. What was I gonna say? Individual class lines, like they can add a water magic line that you can just slot in and mix and match. That'll be it has good potential. It's just a matter of will they follow up on it. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, I guess you always had a
The
staff.
attuned dampening orb works perfectly, and I set up the siphoning process. Over time, the necrotic energy in the cavern should wane. Then the spirits here will eventually move on to their final rest. Now, the skull, if you please.
Here you go.
Oh, at last. My ancestor, Sea Lord Gandelek, has been a dark stain on my clan's reputation for long enough. Now, after all these years, his ritual has been finished, and soon his crew will know rest. Here, take this. And thanks again for assisting me. I hear an alliance to combat the worm cult is forming in Sunport. After I take Sea Lord Gandelek's skull to my aunt, I may venture there myself. Unless, of course, my clan needs me to deal with some other problem.
Do all Sea Elf clans have someone like you?
Yes, more or less. It's easy, but wrong to imprison all clans in the same cage. That is to say, broad generalizations are useful in the abstract, but often cause harmful misunderstandings in practice.
And you're sure what you did here will eventually dissipate the necrotic energy?
Most definitely. I've learned a few good magical tricks in my work. Even if the worm cult comes along, they'd have a hard time trying to use the necrotic energy at this point. Especially without my ancestor's skull.
They can't learn anything from the spirits?
As my aunt has said of my ancestor, that man clutched secrets more tightly than a drowning land legs holds on to flotsam. I doubt he told his crew more than he needed to. Less than that, even.
Okay, well, that was short, simple, and to the point. Now, there might be another quest up here. Oh, this might be another find a thing, bring a thing. Oh, it is another find a thing, bring a thing. Cool, perfect. Are they doing it again?
Truly the ancient tideborn way of silent hunting. That Ornog is getting terribly close.
Kinnereth, what have we done to upset you? Was it not enough that we let loose the heaviest of our cargo? Was it not enough when we lashed ourselves to the main mast or tore our hands open trying to navigate in this torrential downpour? Or was it something I said when I negotiated for this damnable jar of slowed slime? Is that what you want? Take it. But if you ever loved my family, wash it ashore. Let some motivated person find it and bring it to the inn at Shore's Stand. Our usual berth near Sunport is too dangerous and the worm cult isn't as active on the northwestern side of Solstice. Do this and I will not forget you or them. Don't fail me. Don't let me fail. You know this business is all I have left of my family. Okay? Slowed slime. Yuck. Gross. Big slug people. Oh yeah, I wanted to check. I got a necklace. Oh, I got this now. That's fine. I got a necklace and a ring, but are they actually necklace and... Oh, they are. They have unique models. A glimmering pendant bestowed upon those who triumph in the grand festivities and revels. Okay, and the other one is like a unique ring too. Yeah. I guess because you don't actually see the rings. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. You don't see the jewelry. They can make it look however they want. They're getting more creative with it. That's fun. Just like flavor text stuff. Okay, we were going to shore stand anyway. Unless... Surely this is the last one. There's not a third thing. Oh, she said there was one last cargo, didn't she?
Sorry, bees, but this one's ours.
At last, someone arrives. On behalf
I'll help you in a second, guy. Let me just... I gotta get into your town, village, place, city. I can't even get over this fence. Over the... Oh, wait, these are the pineapple plants you can find. Huh. There we go. Oh, this is a thematically appropriate mount for this place.
Visions of islands drowned in hopes. Look to tankards and then to ships' ropes.
Okay, good poem.
Gods, you smell as terrible as I feel. I haven't smelled something so foul since the Tempest. Hang on. Are you carrying a jar of Sload slime?
I sure am.
Never thought I'd be so happy to smell such an awful stench. I thought the storm took it for certain. But the sight of it lifts my spirits more than this full tankard. You did me a better turn than you know. Take this for your troubles. I sent word to the client who paid for this cargo. They're willing to travel to Sunport. My crew is in no shape to make the journey, and I'm in need of a bodyguard. Whoever this client is, I don't want to meet them alone.
Why are you so suspicious of the client?
Any client willing to pay for goods is a client willing to take them for nothing. That's one of the few rules my parents taught that I took to heart. This client is especially strange.
How so?
My family's dealt with this client for generations. Far longer than elves live. Pieces to this puzzle don't align.
Is it a
but I'm
Daedra?
too desperate not to try. Can I hire you to come to the meeting? You'll get your coin if we both make it out of there.
Okay.
Let me finish my drink, and then I
Oh.
can meet you near the cathedral in
Okay, so
Sunport.
it is a find 3 things, do the
Hopefully
final
nothing
quest.
terrible happens, but between the storm and headache of recovering all these goods, I don't trust my luck.
Tell me what you know.
From the records, they're phenomenally wealthy. They only purchase the rarest goods found in the most dangerous places, but they pay handsomely for it. Still, my parents never talked about them.
Did your parents talk about the other clients?
The important ones, yes. They spent many years trying to get me to remember that the Duke of Evermore needed to
Duke
be
of
negotiated
Evermore.
down to standard quality wool. But Lady Ernerama could be sold on special materials. Nothing about this mysterious client.
If this client has been with your family for so many years, why don't you trust them?
Do you ever get that heavy feeling in your stomach like something's rotten? I've had that ever since this contract promised to save my family's business. The timing is too perfect. It doesn't sit right with me.
Probably good intuition. Let's see. So, back in Sunport, I guess. I have 4 quests left. I know one of them is here.
someone arrives. On behalf
I wonder
of the
where
Nord
else they
Cultural
are.
Exchange,
Shush, I'll do the culture. Wait, the Nord Cultural Exchange. Don't we know someone from that? Is he gonna be here? Let me
This
keep...
must be a trick. My family would never do business with
Yep.
Daedra.
You mean you didn't figure that much out? I expected more.
Oh, you one of...
You brought the goods. You could be useful. Let's make a deal.
You're one of
Not
Clavicus
so
Files
fast.
guys.
I need to consult my friend first.
And who might you be? A sellsword chasing coin? An adventurer swept into mysteries beyond their comprehension? My focus isn't on you or your interests. I'm here to test the young Deletian and see if she's worth my
Deletian,
time.
that's how you say it. What do you want with her?
To see if she is useful. Her ancestors and I had agreements. I provided mentorship in the art of making deals and guided them along the path to prosperity. Her parents were really quite clever by the end of things. Shame what happened to them.
What'd you get out of the agreement?
Nothing gets
Ooh.
past you. A devoted pupil to absorb my eons of knowledge. Someone with a pretty, hornless face to enact my cunning plots in the mortal world. Ah, and their pledge of loyalty to me and my prince for a few decades. Standard fare.
Negotiating with the desperate is hardly an exciting deal.
The mortal has an opinion, and it's an interesting one. I could argue that all the Deletians were desperate, but I concede your point. Genevieve is in a dire situation. Very well.
Is that how you spell
She's welcome
Genevieve?
to attempt to renegotiate. Impress me with her acumen.
Okay.
I cannot wait to hear what you and Genevieve decide. I hope she takes my deal, but the waiting may be my favorite part of the process. Not knowing the outcome, delicious.
And what do you want?
To see if she is useful. Her ancestors and I had agreements.
Okay, so this is all the
I
same.
provided nothing gets past you.
Okay, so
The mortal has an opinion.
okay, just it loops back. I want to make sure it qualified the right persuasion thing.
Useful? What did he mean by that? I already acquired and transported the goods he paid for. Our contract is fulfilled. Now he's offering another deal? Everything I need to know to succeed in my family business.
What are you thinking?
I was blinded by my need to save what's left of my parents' work. Why would I question this contract from an old client? It was a test. He wanted to see how resourceful I am. And now that he knows, he wants to deal.
You know what he wants?
I can guess. My parents warned me about scoffins with offers of tutelage. Now I see they meant their own mysterious client.
Scoffin, that's what. Yeah,
He says he's
Scoffins.
done business with my family for generations. But it might be wiser to chart my own course.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. This Scoffin's knowledge can save my business, but I'll be tied to him. Rejecting the deal sacrifices everything my family worked for, but I'd be free to change my life, pursue other things. What would you do?
Ooh, yeah, they do like deals. Yeah.
That's brilliant! I was willing to accept the situation, but you're right. There's another way around it. I don't know what I would have agreed to without you. I know exactly what I'm going to propose.
Oh,
For someone who is
Great
a
bow
part
of
of my
Oblivion.
crew, you worked so hard to help me save this contract. I hope this is enough to cover what I owe you. Even if this negotiation goes well and I get what I want, I may still owe you a debt.
Oh.
Wish me luck.
let's see how this goes.
Join my crew and mentor me as you did my ancestors.
Join the crew.
In return, you'll earn double wages.
What do I care for wages? If you want to treat with me, make it worth my time.
I'll use my contacts to seek out those receptive to your prince's whims. Your influence will grow beyond me and my ship.
Well done. Consider that your first lesson. Always know what others really want.
Oh, I guess that's it.
It worked. I did it. Made a deal with a Daedra and got everything I wanted. Maybe I am meant to do
You don't
this.
know that. You don't know that
Maybe
you
I
got
can
everything
save
you
my
wanted.
Family's business. Well, I'm so happy I don't know what to do. Go back to Shore's stand and tell my crew what happened. They deserve to make up their own minds about their futures, just like you helped me do. After that, I don't know. But I'm hopeful. I have you to thank for that.
Okay, take care.
And you as well. I'm not sure if you learned as much from our time together as I did, but at least we both know not to make deals without thinking them through. Maybe you knew that before, but it was a lesson I'll never forget.
How about you, bud?
The tactics are amateurish. I can see a grain of greatness in Genevieve. Teaching on a merchant vessel will be a new experience for me. If she was clever, she would have bargained for that too. But I got it free of charge.
They do like making deals. Okay, that could have gone way worse, considering Daedra. Alright, where are we going now? I guess let's go to the village. I keep ignoring this guy asking for help. I should probably talk to him. Yes, on behalf of the blah blah blah.
Someone arrived. Greetings. I am Ysmer of the glorious expedition for the Nord Cultural Exchange. And the village before you is Shore's Stand. It houses a great community of proud Nords who, frankly, will not listen to a word we say.
What do you mean?
The Sturk Fellowship tasked us with getting the people of Shor's Stand to ally with us against the Worm Cult. A fine idea, except that Britt the Bold is in charge. She's too inexperienced, and the villagers are too stubborn to listen.
If she's inexperienced, why is she in charge?
It's not her fault. The villagers sent the rest of our envoy away. Britt's too stubborn to leave. She gets that from her brother. She needs help, and I have failed her once already. Will you aid her? The exchange pays well, as does the Fellowship.
Sure.
Britt's in the square. Last I saw, she was doing her best to dazzle the speakers of the village. Her brother Rigert.
Oh
would be
no.
proud. I must return
Her
to Sunbrook.
brother Rigert.
Prince Azah of the Sturk Fellowship expects a report on our progress. Or lack thereof.
Britt the Bold and Rigert the Brash. What's the Sturk Fellowship? Oh, well, I don't need to ask that. Tell me more about the cultural exchange.
King Joran started the exchange to help bring the various factions of the Ebonheart Pact together. Since he was committing forces to the war against the Worm Cult, he figured we'd be helpful in connecting with the locals. So far, not so much.
But other places?
Very much so. Our leader, Rigert the Brash, is a genius at diplomacy. He plays the fool, but always achieves his goals. I wish he were here, and not busy with a secret mission of his own. I just hope his little sister is half the diplomat that he is.
Explain that.
I respect Britt a lot. Following in your brother's footsteps is not an easy thing. Still, she believes in the cultural exchange. Britt's young, but with time, she may prove to be a greater ambassador than Rigert. If this mission doesn't ruin her.
Rigert never mentioned a sister.
You know Rigert? When King Joran created the Nord Cultural Exchange and put Rigert in charge, Britt was still quite young. They were close once, but his travels take him far from home. But she read his letters and decided to become a diplomat too.
Wait, so is Rigert from here? If she's from here, or did she move? I'm confused on the timeline here. Or more the geography. Oh, so we don't get Rigert, we get a sister.
With the sunsets, mainlander.
But we can help each other. Rid Solstice of the Worm Cult.
Oh,
threat.
she isn't. Okay.
We have a bigger problem than the Worm Cult. Help with that, or go away.
Britt the Bold instead of Rigert the Brash.
I tried gifts. I tried kindest and most flatteringest of words. I even tried logics beyond argumentation. Everything my brother said always works failed. How am I supposed to get through to these Nords?
Ysmir sent me to help.
And you agreed? Oh, you're now my most favoritist person.
She talks like Rigert.
Village speakers disagree with me about Worm Cult danger. They want to deal with things in their own
Wow,
way.
how long you went outside?
No matter how far Nords go from Skyrim, we keep our cultural bullheadedness alive.
Do you have a plan for getting the village to join your cause?
Speaker Hialf thinks the village has a bigger problem than the cult. He wants help, so we shall help him. But you talk to Speaker first. I used all my most convincingest words, and the speakers still rejected me. I must think up new ones.
Tell me about the speakers.
Shore Stand has 3 halls. Bear Hall, Hall of Feathers, and Wolf Hall. Speakers, well, they speak for their halls. And halls speak for everyone in Shore Stand. If speakers don't trust us, then no one trusts us. Big predicament.
Why do the hall leaders get to speak for everyone in the village?
I did some asking, and each hall has big role. Bear Hall protects. Hall of Feathers organizes parties. And Wolf Hall keeps everyone fed and content. Very orderly. These are very strange Nords. Some ways I recognize, others not so much.
What do you mean?
Bear, birds, and wolves. Old Nord gods from really old days. But speakers don't talk like old Nords, or even good like my brother and me. They have new ideas, a different outlook. I will really enjoy this mission, if we don't make mess of it.
Okay. Why'd they send you here, Britt?
I asked very politely. My brother Rigert arrived with secret mission from Skald King, and Sturk Fellowship needed someone to recruit these Nords. I thought it would be easy task, but who knew these Nords would be so different?
Rigert's your brother.
Most call him Rigert the Brash, but yes, he's my older brother and leader of Nord Cultural Exchange. Big honor. Skald King Euron sent him all over Tamriel, and now all over world. I joined as soon as I could. Exchanging culture is my passion.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess let's go talk to people. Brit the Bold. Could they not get Rigert to come do his voice lines? Is that what happened?
She went after the beast. We couldn't stop her.
It destroyed a lot of trees. The beast is too powerful.
A beast? We could help with that.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're just leaving? Speaker Hjalf.
You're with that culture exchange woman, right? Look, even if I wanted to talk the other speakers into listening to me, I can't. There are too many problems facing the village right now to lend our support to strangers from the mainland.
Like what? Like the beast?
You overheard that. Necromancers or whatever threat Brit spoke about are tomorrow's problem. The beast is a threat to Shore Stand right now. Good warriors nearly died trying to catch it. The village is scared.
If the beast wasn't a problem, would you consider joining the Stark Fellowship?
I can't promise anything. But I'd have one less excuse not to consider it. The beast hides out in the woods, to the east. If you want to go after it, I'd start there. Given how much destruction it's caused, you should pick up its trail quickly.
What can you tell me? What more can you tell me about it?
It's strange. So many of the reports disagree on the details. Our villagers can tell you what they saw. Just ask politely. If you decide to hunt the beast, please look for my daughter as well. I'd go myself, but I have to protect the village.
Meet in Eastern Woods, friend. Beast awaits.
Stop the beast, and I'll consider this alliance you spoke of. Just don't get yourselves killed.
They're kind of not cowardly, like tame, calm for Nords. Is the vibe I'm getting from them? Gulruna.
You're really going to do it? Go after Beast? I wish you luck. We will hold nice ceremony if you fail to return.
Can you tell me more about it?
What could I say that you would believe? The beast is unlike anything we ever hunted. It moves so slowly and makes no sound. We never even caught sight of it. But the beast has magic. Be careful.
Is it a sloth? Is this going to be like an enchanted sloth?
I looked everywhere for that blasted magic hat, and it's still missing.
What?
Sorry, no trades today. You may not think that a hat is important, but I refuse to conduct business without
Magic cap.
My magic cap is lucky.
Oh, the sloth has the... You, tell me about your magic cap?
A sorcerer gave it to me to help light fires. I am not very good at that. But ever since I got my magic cap, people don't try to haggle my prices down. I have fewer run-ins with bandits. I always sleep by roaring fires. I need that magic cap.
How'd you lose it?
It was so foolish. I was cooking and took my magic cap off so it wouldn't fall into the cook pot. When I turned around to put it back on, it wasn't there. I searched everywhere.
How do you know it wasn't stolen?
Because nothing else is missing. If some thieves come into my camp while I was cooking, why would they only take a plain hat? I have several other wares that glitter and catch the eye. It must be here somewhere. I'll find it.
Okay.
Look,
I was wondering what these scorch marks were. Not the... Why the torch bugs? Always the torch bugs.
You ready to prove our helpfulness?
Oh, you have different equipment.
Speaker Hialf was not specific
No, you
on
don't.
how he
You
wants
do?
Beast dealt with, but I have thoughts. A plan to really impress Bear Hall.
What's your plan?
We not kill Beast. I see you not get plan. If Beast dies, we look impressive. If we catch Beast and bring to village alive, we look most impressive, see? Capture is harder than kill. Yes, this good plan. Let's get to it.
I mean, if it is a sloth, I don't want to kill a sloth.
Look! In middle of burning embers, big glint, see?
What is it?
Oh.
Curved
That
claw.
is enormous. Beast must have big talons.
Do sloths normally lose their claws? Like it's unnaturally clean. What?
A survivor! Unless she is the beast.
Wait. You're not from Shore Stand.
Oh, you're the daughter?
I'm not a beast. I'm here, same as you, to catch it. This must be what Father warned me about. Overconfidence, ambition, they only get you hurt. But I can't go back to the village. Not while it's still in danger.
What happened?
The beast happened. We expected it to be on the ground, but the attack came from the treetops. Something snapped in the woods, and then there was a noise. Deafening, like thunder. That's when we started hurling spears. It was mayhem.
Did you see the beast?
No, just shadows from the flames it threw at us. Everyone else ran back to the bear hole. I stayed to hold it off. But I can't fight the beast anymore. Not in this condition. Father is going to be so mad.
Is your father Speaker Hialf? He asked us to look for you.
My father already knows. Great. He wanted me to join the Hall of Feathers, but I don't care about music and dance. I want to protect people. I tried my best. I fought the beast longer than anyone else. But I suppose it's your turn now. Good luck.
Don't worry. My friend here has hunted many beasts. There. Not forest creatures. Other one. That's our beast?
Whoa, we can teleport.
Small.
I think it was a sloth.
Let's get out of here. Our beast is sloth? Too small to call beast. Beastlet? No, that's silly. It went into cave.
Glittering cave. Okay. Ooh, it is a glittering cave. It's a magic sloth. Or a sloth with magic, I should say.
Our beastlet just woke up, bigger beast. You can... I'll go after our beast. Catch up when you can.
Okay, I guess I gotta fight some sentient coral.
Wait! Good beastlet. Stay calm. No exploding as
I like your
yet.
little hat.
Friend, take sparkly hat. I have suspicions. And just like that, we turned beastlet into sloth.
Can we take him with us?
Animals like me. The trick is patience, a soothing voice, and lots of hand waving. Bear Hall hunters don't do any of that. They probably scared our poor little beast. It didn't know any better.
So the people of Shore Stand were scared of a sloth. A sloth with a wizard hat.
Silly, I agree. But silly can be dangerous too. Still, Speaker Hialf may have trouble believing us. That's why I'm going to get our beastlet and hat cleaned up. No one will accuse us of lying when they see both.
How'd you know the hat was giving the magic?
Look at hat. It sparkles. Besides, did you hear merchant outside village? One with lost Magicap? I think we found lost Magicap. Now, off you go to Speaker Hialf. I have work to do and dramatic entrance to make. That always helps.
Oh, she's so delightful. She really does capture the rigor energy. What the hell was that? Huh, okay. Whee! Can you tell him about his hat?
What am I going to do? My livelihood depends on that magic hat. Sorry, no trade to a sorcerer.
Okay, I guess he'll show up later in the quest probably to get his hat. I hope. Poor guy.
I don't care what you were doing. What if you died out there?
I am not a coward, Father. I do not run when things get dangerous.
My daughter returned from the beast hunt, which is a weight off my shoulders. But where's Brit? Where's the beast? Tell me what happened.
We took care of it.
How? You aren't injured. You aren't horrifically burned to a crisp. Are you really stronger than the best warriors of the Bear House? Well, what sort of creature was it? What beast can an emissary of the Fellowship hunt down that we cannot?
A sloth with a magic hat.
A sloth? In an enchanted hat? I'll need to see that to believe it. But if you're telling the truth, you've earned my support. You'd best talk to Speaker Frogirda next.
Frogirda.
She's polite enough to listen. Which is more than I can say about Speaker Sograd.
Sograd. These names. Good names.
My magic cap. I thought it was lost forever.
Here you go. Proof of your fearsomest beast. Now, I would like word with friend.
A sloth. We were terrorized by a sloth.
I mean, it was a pretty potent sloth, to be fair.
Hat returned and beast secured. How did you fare with Speaker Hialf? He ready to join Sturk Fellowship now?
He's with us. He said we should speak to Frogirda next.
Good progress. Hall of Feathers is where Speaker Frogirda lives. She was mad before, but maybe she calmed down while we hunted Little Beast. I'll meet you there. My feet hurt after wrangling this little cutie.
Oh, now there's two. Oh, that must be someone's pet sloth. It likes fire. It really does like fire. That's concerning. Animals aren't supposed to like fire. Frogirda.
I saw you talk to that strange woman, Brit the Bold. If you're here to get me to hand over my village to a group of outsiders who don't respect our culture, then you're going to have to leave my hall.
Oh, why do you think the Sturk Fellowship doesn't respect your culture?
Everyone who comes here looking to take advantage of our might thinks they're more sophisticated than we are. You've been here long enough to join a hunt, but you haven't picked up a book or asked about our traditions.
If I read a book, will you consider the fight?
It's not about books, it's our culture. That Sturk Fellowship wants to use our warriors without really knowing anything about us. For me, to agree to join your cause, you must prove that you're willing to learn who the people of Shorestand are.
How do you prove that?
Telling you would defeat the purpose. Look around, examine our books, learn about us, and find your own inspiration. You seem clever enough, and that young woman certainly has a lot of spirit. You'll figure it out.
Okay. On to the tradition of brawls. Retrospective by the esteemed Instag on the nature of tavern brawling in the remote village of Shorestand. Tavern brawls are not unheard of in any village. They are liable to break out anytime individuals live within close proximity to one another. Emotions rise, temper soars, and sooner or later someone throws a punch and begins the wild array of combative maneuvers that are the hallmark of this type of fighting. God, this guy likes thesauruses. Many view brawls as low class, but they serve as an important function in the ethos of village life. Brawls ensure that issues are dealt with and disagreements do not fester. In the village of Shorestand on the island of Solstice, brawling has taken a slightly different function. In this village's quaint tavern, brawling serves as a communal activity that reminds them why they fight together and not against one another. It works as an activity that brings the village closer together. Often when the dust settles and the tables are set right, the original combatants leave the tavern arm in arm as united siblings. Perhaps we can all learn something from Shore Stand. Place all your grievances on the tavern floor and leave them there after the brawl ends. Learn to look past your anger and remember the kinship that binds us together. Interesting. Praise for the 14. The 14. Learn from these great figures O children of Shore Stand. They are the founders of our village, and when I, Knudnar, am gone, it falls upon you to remember their names and deeds. Thane Hafrid, a visionary leader who inspired hope for a bright future and saw the path to our village. It is through her... How many? Oh, there's a long one. Saw the path to our village. It is through her direction that the other ancestors completed their great works. It was under her tutelage that the Bear Hall, Wolf Hall, and Hall of Feathers were constructed. It is in her name that our village strives and continues. Nor the brave, the first to give his life so the village could survive. The founder who faced Sumoda alone with not but the gleaming bow of the fox beside him. We do not know what his final moments were like, but we praise his bravery nonetheless. Virkit the Clever. When our ancestor's ship broke and was swallowed by the hungry sea, her quick thinking and skills kept the village together. Her work saw to the creation of the village's gardens and storehouses. Every day we eat because of Virkit. Ildelreda the Unabashed. When the High Elves came to our village to judge our progress, Ildelreda spewed forth such a string of profane curses and invocations that all the bees left their hives and swarmed to the woods. Even now, no hives will settle in the center of our village. Once a year, we spit in the dirt to remember her creativity and way with words. Wow. Toonwolf the Clean, the founder who sacrificed adventure and grand mystery for careful thought. While others may call Toonwolf cowardly, we know the truth. All expeditions require a level head who looks at danger and weighs its risks. The village survives due to this founder's caution. Ygritte the Fruitful and Veldin the Short, parents of the first Nords and leaders of the first house. Their love inspired bards, as did their family. The divines blessed these two, and their love for each other ensured that the gods remembered the rest of the village in turn. Iggy, who rolled where she shouldn't. The western path remains cleared of rocks and debris in her honor, for when the founders crawled out of the surf and onto the sand, she raced ahead. But her feet caught a rock in the dark, which sent her tumbling back to waves below, calming the others in their enthusiasm. Gyaldlar Thickskin. When all others cowered in the darkness, Gyaldlar hunted for animal and vegetable alike. He returned with a feast of flesh and kept the bruises he gathered hidden, for their price was worthwhile and the pain negligible. Biareki and Olmend the Honest. Crossing the hungry sea is no small feat for a ship of 14, but these carried the work of reminding the others of the world they left behind. They wove a tapestry of sorrow and hunger so convinced that even Elf became hopeful for the land that Nilnir promised. Nelf the Downtrodden. He who countered Nilnir's great predictions with realism and dour disposition. He who looked at the clouds and saw mud. He who never warmed and never smiled. While Toonwolf's realism protected the group, Elf's lowly opinions for all balanced the joys of the witch Samhard's death. Samhard? Which one was Samhard? Oh, Samhard was an enemy. Little Eorfig, Ikvin, and Boralf. The trio of youngsters who brought laughter to danger, light to the darkness, joy to the ocean, and purpose to the founders. Theirs were the faces of the future. Theirs were the empty stomachs most in need of filling. Theirs was the cause that ended the great fasting and brought us across the sea to settle here in Shore Stand. Oh, okay. Together Stew Recipe. Translated from Old Nord by Triliva. Feasts of nature, feasts of time, forwards and backwards we keep our rhyme. While others look to drive us apart, we know the order is fixed in our heart. What starts may be the end, and the end may be the start. So read closely, think carefully, and pick smart. The buzzers' treasures sweeten our bonds. Oh, bees. While swimmers' scales steep. Okay, so honey and fish. Flavor the blooms and spuds from the deep. Spuds? Blooms and spuds from the deep. Urchins? No. Anemones? Shelled innards shine to bring the sun round once more. Okay, that's clams. Read thoroughly or your feast will be a bore. So definitely honey, fish, clams, and then something else.
I'm here, friend. Tell me what you know. You met with Speaker Frogirda? I don't see any spit on you. What did she say?
She thinks you guys won't respect their culture.
Won't respect? But this is Nord cultural exchange. Respect is what we do. Well, we just have to convince her otherwise. My brother would start gifting now, but we have no gifts. I could give beautiful and moving ram horn recital.
I found some books in the Hall of Feathers. Maybe one could be useful.
List of 4 Nord names is too complicated. And brawling wouldn't be most convincing. This recipe looks good. Nothing says Nord culture like feast. But words are stranger than usual.
What's wrong with the words?
Look at ingredients. Words make no sense. Wait. It's puzzle. I love puzzles. You find half and I'll do same.
What should I find?
Well, I saw farm outside village. It could have spuds. And try lake in west for swimmer's scales. But buzzer's treasure. Oh, visit local mead maker for honey. Find those and meet behind Bear Hall. Ooh, Rickard says I am most excellent cook.
Did she say find half? I'm finding 3 out of 4.
The gods must have blessed that fancy smocked newcomer. I just watched her stick both boots in her mouth while talking.
You're the mead maker? Do you have any honey I could borrow?
Oh, I have 1 jar left, but I have plans for it. Tell you what, the jar's yours if you sample the mead over there. Speaker Frogirda will only sell my mead at village gatherings if someone's tasted them first.
Wildflower, berry, and spice. Let's start with berry. I've never had mead in real life. Oh, not good. Not good.
Really that bad?
Not good. Okay, how about the spiced mead? Oh, that one seemed good. Maybe too good. Wildflower? Oh, that one. I'm possessed by sanguine.
Don't keep me in suspense here. Are my meads all right? Did you try them all?
Yeah.
How were they? You acted strangely after some of them. No matter. Which one did you like best?
Well, the spice one was super drunk. This one was bad, and this one was the funny one. The wildflower.
So, the clover wasn't too strong of a flavor then. I'll keep that in mind. Here, I promised you the last jar of honey if you tasted the
Oh,
meads
we're
and
influencing outcomes
Be
to an
careful.
event in this chat, in this
I'd hate to see it go to
quest.
waste.
This'll be interesting. Spuds from the deep. Are spuds from the deep just clam? Like, is that what it is? It was just a really long verse for one ingredient? Oh, no, this is swimmer's scales. Ooh. Come on, art.
You're not bad with a lockpick.
Well, yeah, your thing helps.
Hawk's bones, it's lovely outdoors. With the beast gone, I can just enjoy the breeze instead of looking over my shoulder.
Is there good fishing in this lake? I need to get swimmer's scales for a feast.
Swimmer's scales? You don't eat the scales unless you like a little crunch. No, your recipe probably means the flesh. Fishing's great here, if you have the right bait. Our lake's stocked with trout, and they've a taste for crab bits.
The fish only like one type of bait?
Good thing there's a lot of crabs around here. Hope you're not squeamish like me. My brother keeps crab meat in our home, so I don't have to kill anything. But it's mine. You can't have any.
Can't I just kill a crab? Like, when I get crab meat? Okay, yeah. Oh, I actually have to fish. Okay. Oh, it's like a scripted... Where is that?
See? I told you that you'd catch something fast with that bait.
So I guess my options there were either... Oh, I could have also gotten hermit crab meat. I don't want to kill hermit crabs. My options were either find crab meat or steal his. Let's see what this... Spuds from the deep. Is it not a potato? I guess deep doesn't have to mean deep water.
I got my troubles and you got yours. What do you say to sharing them and lightening the burden?
I'm looking for spuds from the deep.
Like a potato. I can see where your trouble stems from. It's the wrong season to harvest potatoes. They're just buds.
I really need potatoes for the stew.
I have some dried potatoes. They won't be as good as fresh, mind you, but they'll work right enough in most recipes. Thing is, my farm's overrun with coral crabs. Get rid of the crabs, and you're welcome to my dried potatoes.
Thank you. I will happily take your potatoes. Oh, there are many crabs. Oh, this quest would be good if you needed the... Oh.
Let's do this again sometime.
The antiquity drop.
That's quite the stink. Think you can follow the scent on the ground?
Can I? Oh, do I need to crouch? Is that what it is? Ah, if you crouch, you see it.
Almost dozed off there.
Ooh. Don't mind if I do.
That should come in handy.
I like that Tanlorn doesn't really have anything they dislike as far as like your activities in the world. Oh wait, there's one thing. They don't like if you kill some animal. I don't remember what it is. But otherwise, they're fine. Them and Zareth Var are like some of the best companions just for traveling because they don't complain about everything.
Phew, that smells stronger than I remember. I take it this means you found what drew those coral crabs to my farm?
I found where the fertilizer was being kept.
Well, now we know that the crabs can't resist whatever's in this batch. I won't be buying it again from Olaf, that's for certain. I'm a man of my word. Here, 1 sack of dried potatoes. It should be more than enough for your recipe.
Okay, so then, yeah, it's these 3 and then clams. It's probably not a bad stew if you cook it right.
Look
here. Oh, she changed again.
Not bad for cook spot, no? That was adventure and a half.
God, we're still not done with this. This is a long quest.
Over Shore Stand, even peeked into Wolf Hall. Learned not to talk to Speaker Sogrard yet. He's very shouty. How did you fare? Find all your ingredients?
You think so?
Perfect. I'll set everything out and then we can get started. Chefs say it's important to be organized when cooking. Otherwise, you might confuse radishes with eggs.
You can't tell the difference between those? Maybe I should cook.
Oh, I am excellent cook. Hardly burn anything. Brother Rigert loves my rabbit meatballs too. Don't worry so much. You tell what order to add ingredients. End of recipe is confusing. Think old Nords had trick up their boots with this one.
Trick up their boots?
Let's get this feast started.
Okay, so... forwards and backwards to keep our rhyme. What starts may be the end, and the end may be the start, so read closely, think carefully, and pick smart. Wait. Okay, buzzards treasure sweeten our bonds while simmers scales steep. So the fish has to be steeping and then you add the honey. Flavor the booms and spuds from the deep. Wait. Oh my god. The buzzard's treasure sweetens our bonds while swimmers scale steep. Flavored with blooms and spuds from the deep. Shelled innards shine to bring the sun round once more. Read carefully or a feast will be a bore. Flavor the blooms and spuds from the deep. So... I don't know. I think the fish first? I don't know. Fish. I don't want to get it wrong. Feast of nature, feast of forwards and backwards we keep our rhyme. Oh wait, the rhyme is what's important. Okay, the buzzard's treasure sweetens our bond while swimmers scale steep. Flavored with blooms and spuds from the deep. Shelled innards shine to bring the sound round once more. Shelled innards shine. I don't understand it. What starts may be the end, and the end may be the start, so read carefully. Read closely, think carefully, and pick smart. So maybe it has to go backwards. So clam, potato, fish, honey. Clam. Clam? Oh, it's not clam, it's crab. Crab.
Yes, that's it. I knew you could cook.
Crab, then potatoes. Wait. Okay, I guess herbs, not potatoes. Oh no, here's the potatoes. Oh, wait. There's 5 ingredients? Flavored with blooms and spuds from the deep. Okay, so then potatoes. I'm just gonna read it backwards. Herbs.
That looks right.
Fish. And then honey.
We did it! I need to make ready. Take stew and serve speakers in Village Square.
Uh-oh, we're not gonna try it first? So I did the recipe backwards. I guess, yeah, it would be weird to add honey as the first ingredient. It does make sense to put, like, the meat first. I don't know.
Potatoes? Out of season? Oh, I want a second bowl.
I'm not too late. Let the feast of friendship commence.
Stew proves nothing. Wait. Where did you find this recipe?
Together, Stu? At this time of year? Oh, it's delicious. Your food served and your feast started. But was it enough? Come, speak to me.
This is a fun quest.
I hope you know that the stew was lumpy and not a feast of friendship like Brittabold said. It's usually served as part of a harvest celebration. And yet...
What is it?
Together stew is made from whatever's close at hand. We come together as a village to make it hearty and delicious. So, I suppose it is about friendship. Your ambassador may not be as daft as she appears. She actually taught me something.
Is that enough to prove to you that the fellowship is willing to learn about your culture?
It wasn't elegant, but what about lords ever is? Your feast was earnest and displayed willingness. I don't believe you'll treat our warriors as fodder. The Hall of Feathers will support your fellowship. And I have a gift for you. A book.
Why are you giving me this?
You haven't talked to Sogrard yet, correct? I know what he'll ask of you, and this book will help. Before you ask, I won't tell you what his challenge will be. I won't cheat. But since you found inspiration from a book before, perhaps you can again.
See, Frogida? I told you this ambassador was different.
It's the wrong season for a harvest feast, but their effort is commendable.
It worked? Our feast worked?
The Founding of Shore Stand. By Ingorhild, village historian. It was the time of darkness, snow, and hunger, a time when the foxes shivered in their burrows and the bears slept. The wind was harsh, the food was scarce. This was when Thane Hayfrid gazed into the dry bottom of her tankard and saw a new home for her people. An island of sun and warmth, an island where her people could sleep with full stomachs and feast with gladness in their hearts. 14 from the village left in search of this mysterious island. They knew the journey would be long and difficult. It was not in the Nord's spirit to bend to the whims of fear. When doubt overcame them, Thane Hayfrid spoke of what awaited at the end of their journey. When monsters of the sea beset them, Njord the Brave fought them off. And when a storm surged to bring down their ship, Veerlit lashed barrels together and saved them all. When their progress halted, a great whale rose from the water and showed them the route. Overhead, the cloudless skies of the sea turned to the dark cover of night, but the night grew long and stretched far past the usual cycle of sun and moon. This is when Veerlit looked up and saw scales patterning the space where stars should be. A giant serpent stretched above them, blotting out all light and keeping their new home in eternal darkness. The Nords let out a great wail and cry of lament as they huddled together in darkness. Nothing they knew of could clear the scales from the sky. When all peered in the darkness and saw barren lands, Njord the Brave, with his eyes honed by the hawk and his mind as sharp as claws, looked and saw a glimmer of light. He rose and followed far from his companions. In that stillness and black silence, Njord dreamed of the fox. He saw its tail curve back into a bow and its whiskers lengthened to arrows. In the pitch of night, he drew the bow back and fired a shot from Sovngarde into the snake's heart. When the brightness of morning woke, the 13 remaining members of Thane Hayford's ship cheered and sought to congratulate Njord. Their search was in vain, for nothing remained of the hunter but the glowing bow of Shor. So it was that a feast in Shor's honor decorates our village's founding. So it was that we feast on cheese and meat to honor Njord and his bravery, as well as Thane Hayford's vision. So it is that we come together as a village remembering Veerkit's cleverness that kept the founders together in the sea. Other so-called historians say that Thane Hayford commanded a fleet of ships, not just one. They used the ships to construct the first longhouses in the village. Nonsense. This is the story I was told and I believe it completely. I'm still drunk. Oh, yeah, that would make more sense, though. Although these aren't longhouses.
You think some soup will sway me or my wolves? We know who we are. We know what we want. And we know that this fellowship is not for our village.
Why are you so against them?
Do you know who makes decisions for them? For their allies? We are the proud Nords of Shor Stand. We will act in our own best interests. Us. Not some fellowship. Not the regent in Sunport. And certainly not kings and queens from across the sea.
You don't think the fellowship will consider your village's needs?
As a matter of fact, I don't. But you managed to convince the other speakers of your intentions. And I've had a good while to study Brit the Bold. I have a challenge for her. If she can make a convincing enough speech, I will follow the others.
All you need is a speech?
You can't jump in to help her deliver it. And to make things more interesting, she must incorporate our village's founding story into the speech. If she does all these things, then yes, the whole village will join this fellowship.
Why a speech?
Because I think she can't do it. You convinced the other speakers with your actions, hers and yours. This she must do on her own. It requires a quick mind. That's what I think you have that she lacks. Don't worry. I'm confident she'll fail.
Aren't you just the nicest guy I've ever met?
And I called the guard.
Speaker Sograd talked to you without being mean and unsettling. I knew you were lucky. What did Speaker Sograd want? Did he change his mind about endorsing fellowship?
He thinks the village won't be able to make its own decisions if they join the fellowship.
That is ridiculous. When have political allies ever overruled each other?
Ooh, well...
We'll have to prove him wrong. What does he want?
He wants you to give a speech about the village's founding story and why they should join.
Oh no. A speech? Not some grand display of helpfulness? Speaking's not my family's strongest, most skill. And the founding story? How will we get that?
The other speaker gave it to me.
Alright, here's plan. I give speech like Speaker Sograd wants. But you need to help when my memory fails. If you gesture to the things I forget in the speech, I can add them and no one will know. Is good plan, yes? You ready?
I think I have it memorized.
Speaker Sograd, you think Sturk Fellowship will not listen, but I listened. I know this village was founded by Nords looking for better lives. Nords with vision. Nords who saw this island in
It was a tankard. It was a tankard. I need a tankard. Okay, well, the bowl might be the closest thing.
A bowl!
She's just confused.
This is supposed to be our ally.
Oh, there it is.
A tankard. Their ocean journey was most rough and full of big whales. But when ship crashed, they didn't drown. They tied themselves to...
Barrel. Where's the barrel? Barrel. This isn't suspicious at all, me running around.
Barrel. Yes, on barrels they floated ashore. Solstice was dark and scary. But did your ancestors run? No. They dreamed of the Fox Shore. They dreamed of...
Wait. I don't know what they dreamed of in the end. Sword, great sword, bread. Oh, warm. Where was the bow?
A bow! Of course! Bows kill darkness and bring sun back to sky. You are visionariers, barrel lashers, hunters of darkness. You with your ceremonial mead and the food you eat for your forenords.
Cheese. Grommet.
Cheese! Yes, you are cheese eaters too. Your traditions live as long as your village. No one can take that away. You fear your voice will be silent? You fear orders? You are Shore's stand Nords. You will not let those things happen.
That's right.
Not bad. Right, Sograd?
This island is your home. Defend it with friends. Defend it in fellowship.
I will have to think on this.
Can you think in tavern? My throat's dry and wants to drink.
She's walking away from the marker. Okay.
One moment, friend. I have ideas. Don't tell speakers, but I have the most cunningest of plans. Remember Speaker Frogirda's books? There was one on Great Nord brawling tradition.
Why are you telling me this?
We start a tavern brawl and bring village even closer together. Speaker Sogrard was close to agreeing, but pride blocks progress. So, we brawl. Let him get frustrations out and see that Sturk Fellowship is not so bad.
You really think that'll work?
He wants to agree, but with time he will talk self out of it. We won't give him time. Like I said, most cunningest of plans. I go start brawl. Come in when you're ready.
Oh, excuse me.
Is this how you welcome outsiders? Show me good time, brawl!
How's this?
Oh.
Have fun, friend!
What?
No maiming or serious injuries.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes. A time-honored shore stand trend. Off the rafters, make sure to land on someone.
Oh, they actually have weapons.
Don't forget to pick up your teeth.
We sat out too long. Let's join the fun.
Oh, the speakers join in? Oh my god, he wrecked that table. Okay, this is more Nord than I was expecting.
Have fun picking someone else. I'm
make
done.
my decision outside.
Speaker Sogrard left? Come, friend. Let's see if plan worked.
That was weird, but very, very rigid of her.
Oh, what excellent fighting.
There you are. Speaker Sogrard wants your ear, not mine. Still smarting from my fanciest footwork, I guess?
As I said, I needed some time to think and some fresh air. Brit is as bold as her name, using that brawl to distract me. But still, I must admit that she rose to the occasion and surprised me with that speech.
So, will you agree to send warriors to aid the Sturk Fellowship?
Your ambassador reminded me that our people have always been our own. We will not be swayed or ordered about by anyone. We speakers will go to Sunport and send for our warriors when they are most needed.
Why are you going before the warriors?
To offer advice. We know how to use our village's warriors best. If the Fellowship has any issues with that, then they'll need our assistance more than we thought. But this island is our home. We should defend it from every threat.
Sounds like your talk went well. We have much to discuss. Oh, that was incredible. Every bit of it. From beast hunt to feast making. A speech that did not go most disastrously. And a brawl. Others in cultural exchange will be jealous when they hear. And Rigard will be so proud.
Is that all we needed to do?
Hard work, just starting for speakers.
I got pants.
But for us, I can happily say we are done. Thanks to us, Shore's Stand joins fellowship and friendship and with open minds. Cultural exchange pays well. Since you helped, you get glorious reward too.
Wait.
All right. Who's ready to chase the worm cult from our shores?
Okay.
Hear that? Hard
I didn't
work,
have my
just-
scroll equipped or
Oh,
active.
I can't wait to tell Rigard what happened.
Where'd-
He'll be so proud.
where'd you go?
Maybe even buy me a drink in
Brit?
Sunport. I won't introduce him to speakers, though. They will get along with other fellowship members better.
Do you think Shore Stand will stay in the Fellowship?
Breaking words is not Nordway. Not unless
Where
there
did
is a
she
murder,
go?
Or better fishing elsewhere. Or if Sun moves from east to west. But I'll be in Sunport. No matter what happens, I'll keep proving Fellowship's value to them.
How long will you be there?
Until cultural exchange, my brother Rigard, or Skald King, send me on next assignment. Isn't life exciting? I was only slightly worried this job wasn't for me, but look, it is exactly what I hoped for.
Okay, let's talk to the speakers, I guess, before we go.
I thought the best way to protect this village was by staying here. But you showed me that the Bearhole can't do everything alone. With our assistance, the Sturk Fellowship's power, and Sunport's support, Shore's Stand will be safe from any threat.
Who will protect the village while you're gone?
My daughter. She may be young, but the beast proved how passionate she is about keeping this village safe. She'll do a fine job in my absence. But it's not like I'm going far.
Hello.
If any threat is too great, we can get back here right away.
Oops. Why did that get paused? Okay, the other ones.
Gods, I
Good,
haven't
welcome,
left the
welcome.
village in a long time. I'm a little nervous about it, actually. Don't worry, I'll still go. I refuse to leave the fate of Shore Stand to other speakers. They don't know enough about our culture.
I'm sure someone in Sunport has pipes or flutes.
Yes, but are they Nord flutes? All instruments are not the same. I'm certain they have adequate musical devices, but I want to be sure we have exactly what we require. I know I'm harsh to outsiders. I'll try to be softer once I assess the situation.
Okay, why do instruments matter so much?
Every little detail matters. If we start compromising, then what is the point? No, I go to Sunport to ensure our warriors do not forget who they are or where they come from.
Okay, and then you.
If Brit was the only emissary from the Sturk Fellowship, I doubt the village would have listened to her. But she had you. You accomplished what no one else has. Be proud of
I guess I am technically part of the... I helped found it. I must be part of it. Have you been to Sunport before?
I always felt that Sunport offered nothing this village did not already contain. Until this fellowship took up residence there. Now, I suppose I will get to see if my earlier feeling was correct. Still, I doubt we will have much time to explore.
What do you say? Why do you say that?
Because we will be busy with other matters. The three of us aren't going to be seeing the sights or taking a respite from work. If the leaders of this fellowship are serious about taking on the worm cult, then our attention must be focused there.
Alright. Well, only a few quests left. Let me just really quick. There. I just want to make sure my recordings... I don't want to let them get too long because sometimes they might bug out. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is up this way, it looks like. Oh, actually, there's a thing here.